I met a serial killer at my sister's wedding. No one believed me until last week. I met a serial killer at my sister's wedding 5 years ago. He was charming, well-dressed, and helped my grandmother to her seat during the ceremony. Last week, his face was on every news channel in America. When my sister announced she was having a destination wedding at a vineyard, I dreaded it. I hate flying. I didn't have a +1, and I knew I'd be seated at that awkward table of distant relatives and random singles the day before the wedding. I was stressed drinking at the hotel bar when a guy in a well-fitted suit sat next to me. He had kind eyes and ordered a whiskey. Neat wedding guest, he asked maid of honor. I sighed. You friend of the groom SO of we worked together a few years back. We talked for hours. Alex was articulate, attentive, and asked thoughtful questions. He remembered details about my job, my hometown, and even my cat's name. When the bartender called last round, I was genuinely disappointed. At the ceremony the next day, I spotted him helping my 84-year-old grandmother navigate the grassy aisle to her seat. He caught my eye and gave a small wave. During the reception, he brought me appetizers when I was trapped in conversation with my aunt. Later, he even saved me from a terrible dancer by cutting in. But something felt off. His stories about how he knew my new brother-in-law were vague. When the groom saw us dancing, his expression flickered with confusion. And when I mentioned Alex to my sister, she asked, "Who?" The next morning at the farewell brunch, I noticed Alex carefully collecting discarded room keys from tables as guests left them behind. When he saw me watching, he quickly said he was helping the staff. I tried asking the groom about him, but in the post-wedding chaos, he just shrugged it off. Maybe he's from my old office. I invited a bunch of them. Back home, I became mildly obsessed. I scoured my brother-in-law's social media connections. Pert no Alex. I tried describing him to wedding guests. Pert no one remembered him. Plus, my family teased me about my wedding boyfriend, suggesting I'd imagined our connection because I'd been drinking. I mostly forgot about it until last Tuesday. Scrolling through news about a serial killer finally caught after 7 years, I froze. The man in the mugshot had a beard and longer hair, but those eyes Pert, and I recognized them instantly. Alexander Reeves had been targeting wealthy events, Pert, or mainly weddings, and galas Pert across the country. He would charm his way in, identify vulnerable targets, collect room keys, and rob rooms while everyone celebrated. 3 women who caught him in the act ended up dead when I called my sister in a panic. She didn't believe me until I described the blue paisley tie he wore, paint visible in his arrest photos, but not mentioned in news reports. The FBI agent I spoke with said I was the 14th wedding guest from different events to call with similar stories. They found my grandmother's diamond earrings in his storage unit, the ones she lost during the wedding weekend, the ones he likely stole after helping her to her seat. The thing that haunts me isn't just how easily he infiltrated our celebration or how dangerously close I came to being alone with him. It's how much I liked him, how genuine he seemed, how for a brief moment I wished he'd asked for my number. Sometimes the monsters don't hide in shadows. They bring your grandmother appetizers and remember your cat's name. They make you laugh at your sister's wedding and collect room keys when you are not looking. I've changed all my locks, but I am not sure I'll ever feel secure in my judgment again.